Welcome back mga ka-DE. Again, we are here for another differential equation video tutorial. This time, we will continue solving differential equation using the method for non-exact differential equation. For our fourth example, we have the equation y dx plus 3x minus xy plus 2 dy. At hinahanap natin dito is general solution. So, for number 4, again, we need to find partial derivative of m with respect to y. So, with respect to y, that is simply the derivative of y, that is 1. And with respect to x is equivalent to, that is 3. Derivative of 3x is 3 minus derivative of xy, y is constant. Derivative of x is 1. So, negative 1 times y, negative y. Derivative of 2 is 0. So, that is the partial derivative of n with respect to x. So, we get the difference of my minus nx, and that is equivalent to 1 minus 3 minus y, or that is equivalent to what value? Negative 2 plus y. So again, we check if our r can be divided by n, that will result to function of x alone, or if our r divided by m will result to function of y alone. So we observe the equation. If our r, negative 2 plus y is divided by this term, so obviously not result as with function of x alone. Then we check for the second term, negative 2 plus y divided by its first term, so that is function of y alone. So we'll substitute this equation to our integrating factor, which is b is equivalent to e times negative integral of negative 2 plus y times y dy. So we distribute negative, so this will result to e integral of 2 over y dy. It's negative times positive, y over y is 1. It's negative integral of dy. Simplify, that is e, that is 2 ln y minus y. So this is also equivalent to e ln y squared times e raised to negative y. Yung sa ating product. So e raised to ln y is equivalent to y squared. Pwede kasi maging y squared na lang yan. E raised to negative y. This is y squared. So this is our integrating factor to be multiplied to our original equation, which is y squared times e times negative y multiplied by our original term, y dx plus 3x minus xy plus 2 dy is equivalent to 0. Multiply by y squared e raised to negative 1, that is y cubed e negative y dx plus, this is 3x y squared e negative y minus x y cubed e negative y plus 2y squared e negative y dy is equivalent to 0. So now we will test for exactness. So we'll test for exactness with respect to y. So we will have a product, derivative of product. So that's y cubed times negative e negative y plus e negative y times the derivative of y cubed, that is 3y squared. Simplify this equation, that will result to negative y cubed e negative y plus 3y squared e negative y. Now we will differentiate the n, this is the n, our new n, with respect to x. This is n with respect to x. So we have with respect to x, so that's 3y squared e negative y. With respect to x, so this is 1 minus y cubed e negative y, and since this is y, all terms is involves y, this is 0. So as we observed, 3y squared e negative y minus y cubed e negative y is also same as our partial derivative of n with respect to y. So we'll continue solving by substituting it to our formula. So we need first to identify which is di and which is ndi to our formula or to our new equation. So our di first is this di. So this ndi, since we have y and we have x. So we have y cubed e negative y dx. Next, 3xy squared e negative y. So we have ndi since we have y and we have x. So 3xy squared e negative y. Next, we have x and y, that's negative xy cubed e negative y dy. Then last term is 2y squared e negative y dy. This uh, will be the indirect integrable. Yan. So next natin gagawin is to integrate. So pili tayo ano mas madali. Ito o ito. So obviously mas madali itong part na to sa NDI. So ito na lang kunin natin. Integral ng y cube e negative y dx plus direct integrable is 2y squared e negative y dy is equivalent to 0. So ito medyo madali kasi constant ito, integral of dx is simply x lang. Ito medyo mahirap, iwalay muna natin. This integral of 2y squared e negative y dy. So gagamit tayo dito ng integration by parts. So paano integration by parts? Let u is equivalent to our 2y squared. Now, the derivative of u is equivalent to 4y dy. Our dv is equivalent to e negative y dy. Pag in-integrate natin yan, that's negative e negative y. By integration by part, that's ub minus b du. So meaning this is ub negative 2y squared e negative y. That's minus minus, that's plus 4y dy. 4y b du e negative y dy. So this is integral. So this time we need to find what's the integral of 4y e negative y dy. So again, we will perform another integration by parts. So we have u, in this case is 4y. Our du is 4 dy. Our db still the same. Ito pa rin. So we have negative, ulit natin to. That's negative 2y squared e negative y. We have uv, so minus 4y e negative y. And we have v du, so minus, that's plus 4 e negative y dy integrate. So that will result to negative 2y squared e negative y minus 4y e negative y minus 4e negative y. So this is our 2y squared e negative y dy. We'll substitute to our integral in this term. Since the integral of this term is this equation. So what's the integral of y cubed e negative y dy? That is x y cubed e negative y minus, just copy this, 2y squared e negative y minus 4y e negative y minus 4e negative y is equivalent to c. To simplify, we can just multiply all terms by e y. So this is x y cubed minus 2y squared minus 4y minus 4 is equivalent to c e y. So this is the final answer for number 4. Thank you and see you in our next video tutorial.